Origin Housing provide affordable housing for residents in various parts of Hertfordshire and North London. They also provide care and support services, and Origin also are currently still building homes and selling them at low cost in form of shared ownership and to private sale residents as well. The main reason that I applied for a job at Origin Housing was the fact that they were still building homes, and that my role would be having a say in how some of those homes are finished for our residents. It's really positive, and that's what endears me to Origin.
My name's Jonahs. I live at McConaughey House, which is south of the Marylebone Road, and I've been an Origin resident now for almost 24 years. I left home at 19, which was fairly young, for reasons that weren't my choice, and moved to London. I had work in London, and I moved in with a friend, and we shared a flat, had rooms in a flat. She then moved on and did another job, and I had probably about 8 or 9 different landlords throughout the next sort of 5 years, moving from place to place because they wanted you out and you've got to move, and you know, it's quite unsettling, but when you're younger you kind of cope with that. And then I fell pregnant and was really worried about where I was going to live and what my future was going to be like, because I couldn't go back home. My ex-husband was African and my family didn't approve, and that was pretty tricky. So I went to Camden Council to see if they could help me, and they did. I was a Camden Council resident for about 3 months, and then Origin were opening new flats at McConaughey House, and I was offered a flat with Origin. It was a 2-bedroom flat, and I remember going to see it, and it was a brand new property, and we walked in, and my heart just, I just burst into tears, because for the first time in my life I was being offered somewhere that was safe and secure and would be mine, and had my own front door key that I could hold in my hand and close the door, and I didn't have to let anybody in there unless I wanted to, and I wasn't going to have to move in 6 months, and it was a really, really emotional time, and we moved in '94, May '94. That's how I became an Origin tenant.
The best thing living at Rosebush Court is that it's like family, like these are our brothers and sisters.
I've lived here 17 years.
I've lived here 13 years. It's just that you feel relaxed and safe and secure, as Pauline said. But I know if there is any single problem I need to talk about, that manager's door is there.
I've been in Origin about probably over 10 years. I started as a temp, and then the opportunity came for me to apply for a full-time post, and I've been here since. My day is new every day. I do the housing management stuff, liaise with external agency like social services, doctors, the cleaning stuff in an emergency, escort tenant to medical appointments. We provide support for vulnerable tenants, and they see the scheme managers as the first contact. So you are the person that they will come to if they have letters they're not sure of, they have repairs issues, and you can signpost them to different agencies. Signpost them meaning I would act for them, contact this other agency and seek support. Like I had a tenant who had lucidets and it was making her very depressed. So we contact the Citizen Advice Bureau, and I went with her, and all her finances now have been put together. She's able to pay off her payment on time, and she is living a better quality of life now, and she's able to do things that she wants to do at the age where she is now, is to enjoy herself and not think about all the pressure of finance.
I just feel safe, secure, and it's having friendships, because you know, a friendship is something deep, You know, and I mean, I've got the opportunity. My sister-in-law, would take me into her 6-bedroom mansion, and she said, "I'll give you £1,000 a month to spend. Please come and stay." And no, I'm not leaving Rosebush.
The thing I like most about Origin, I think a lot of people say it, is the people. Everyone here is really great, and it's probably the main reason why I've stayed as long as I have. But also, it's got a meaning to it. Working here means a lot to the community, and it's nice working for a company that's got conscience. Origin do care about staff, and I've always had great managers and people that care about my well-being as well as the business. Things get busy, you get frustrated, and if you come back to our values, it helps for us to remember why we're here. So for me personally, because I've worked in business improvement and IT, my customers are different business areas, so it means I've got good relationships with lots of people all over the business, and I work with everyone. So for me, kind of integrity is something that's really important.
I was an Enfield Council tenant direct, and I lived in a tower block with my daughters. It wasn't a safe environment, bringing up 2 children with special needs. So I went onto the waiting list and was approached by Origin, and after being accepted by Origin, was offered a chance to come down and view the property. I came down, was meted by the housing officer, who was very polite and very helpful. She answered all the questions that I answered her. She took me to my property to view. From the moment my daughters walked in, I could see that they was happy. I basically said to them, go and look at the bedrooms and you choose your bedroom, whilst I spoke to the housing officer about the stuff that needed to be done. The girls come out, and basically their response said it all to me: "Daddy, we want to live here." And then we've lived here for 5-6 years now, and basically they've been able to go out in the evenings when they was young. I knew they were safe. There's one entrance on, one entrance off. It's cameraed up. The neighbours are polite and friendly, and the community is a very nice community to live with. And in the summer evenings, you can actually go outside and sit with other tenants and talk. In the winter evenings, it's obviously the weather's against you, but you still make friends and you go to other neighbours' houses and they come to your houses. So all in all, I think Watermill Lane is a unique site to live on, as it caters for different types: first-time buyers, intermediate, social housing. Obviously we have a lot of doctors and nurses along with students living on, and everyone engages with everyone very nicely.
My community is very important to me, very important. If I didn't get on with my community, then I'd feel singled out. I had a key worker called Sadia. She worked with me for about 12 months. Regular meetings every week for an hour. She basically helped me get out of financial debt, emotional stress going on at home. She helped me with basically just getting my life straight and putting an action plan in place for me to follow, so that I could just carry on once the support basically come to an end. But I don't mean that the support's completely stopped, because it hasn't. It's just the fact that I've got independence now. I don't have to answer to anybody, or I can do what I want. It's just nice. You're going on a journey by yourself and basically making the best and the most of this journey. Meeting people, having fun, and just basically following your dreams, basically. What would I change about Origin? I don't know. I can't answer that. I can't answer that yet. No, but I mean, like, what would I change? The only thing I would change about Origin is just I don't even know. I can't even answer that, because they ain't done nothing to me.
My name is Nadia Brown. I currently live with at Origin House for the past 6 months, and I enjoy living here. It's really a nice neighborhood. We have a good community among us. On the flat, all of us, tend to. We're all working class people, but whenever we do see each other, we do say hi, hello, find out how each other is doing. I fell pregnant with my second child, and where we were living was too small. So I went on the website and I saw Share to Buy, and Origin was displaying their properties on it, and they had coming soon this property, but they showed this beautiful bathroom and I'm like, oh, I need to get my foot in there. So I found out that my son has autism and we needed him to get speech and language support, and this was the address that we filled all the paperwork in, and we needed to move him from where we were to a school closer and everything. So when we did all of that, the time for completion was really like taking a long time to process. So Simon decided to, allow us to move in before completion, and so that we could get all the school paperwork and everything done. So my son actually attends speech and language just around the road from here. My son's favorite thing is his room. He's already closing the door. The boy is 6, but he's already closing the door. He likes his own space, and for me it's very fulfilling that my children are so happy and that they get to be in their own space, and then we can come regroup again as a family, in one space. So that is really nice. Origin to me is like family, because it's a relationship we have developed over a period of time throughout the process of us buying the property. There's a lot of openness, a lot of honesty, and there's nothing to hide, and it's good if you're doing business. If you're at that level, you can see something lasting. So that's how I view it, really.